In 2022, I came across the whole idea of like setting goals, right? And how you're supposed to achieve them. And that's the first time I actually set goals. And again, in 2023, I set goals. I would write them down on a piece of paper. I had a whole Notion template and everything was really like optimized and everything, right? I'm super excited to achieve these goals. But guess what? I would actually never end up achieving any of those goals. I would say, oh, I want to do this in the gym. I want to make this much money online. I want to do this. I want to do that. I would write it down. I would get super hyped. But guess what? I wouldn't actually go and achieve that goal. Months would go by and, I'd come across that piece of paper. I'd come across that Notion template and see that by this month or that by last month, I was supposed to have hit that goal. But I wasn't even actually close to it. You see, I had either forgotten about it or I had gotten lazy and just not made any progress towards achieving that goal. So after months and months, I would stay in the same spot. I would not have actually made progress until in 2024, where earlier this year in January, I was like, or actually this was like late 2023, December, right? I set goals that I knew I wanted to hit, where I wanted to be, and I wrote them down and everything. But for the first time in my life, not only did I achieve my goals, which is in itself like a huge jump from where I was, but I actually smashed past them. I smashed through the goals I had actually set, alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see, when I went to Umrah earlier this year in February, I made tons and tons of dua. And this brings me to my first point. No, I'm not going to tell you to go to Umrah to achieve your goals. But you need to bring Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything you do, in your goals and everything else in your life. And you see, when the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, he wanted to perform hijrah from Makkah to Medina, right? Some of the companions had already gone to Medina and all of that, right? So he was he wanted to also obviously leave Makkah because of all of the pressure and everything. But he still waited for the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He still waited for Allah's permission to leave Makkah and actually perform hijrah. And us today, we need to have that level of like basically just connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I want to achieve my goals, but like, yeah, like I'm not really going to make the warfare. I'm not actually going to like think like, okay, how does this impact my connection with Allah? Is this going to bring me closer to Allah? Of course, like there might be like some goals that might not have the biggest impact in your deen, but you should still make dua for it consistently. You should still, your goals should bring you closer to Allah. Even my goals, whether that was in business or anything else, right? Even if it was in the gym, it has still brought me closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There were goals for this dunya, but I got closer to Allah because I just made sure that I made tons and tons of dua, alhamdulillah. I did this, I did that, and I focused on my prayers so Allah may reward me. And that's what you need to do. You need to actually sit down. Whatever goal you've set, you need to be like, okay, like I need, may Allah allow this to happen. Make tons and tons of dua. Wake up for tahajjud, whatever it is. Make dua, and inshallah, that alone is like the 80-20, right? That's 20% of the work you need to put in, and you will inshallah get 80% of the results from it. You just make tons and tons of dua. You try to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and put in a little bit of effort. That drastically increases the odds and the chances of you achieving that goal in the first place. Second thing I want to talk about is, for so long, like I've never done this because I was taught this from the start, but I see so many people, they come on calls and whatever, right? Like people from our community, and they will be like, oh yeah, like I have a random goal. Like they'll just say a random goal. I want to make money online. I just want to have financial freedom. There is like no actual way to define what financial freedom is. Is it $100,000? Is it $1 million? Is it 10K a month? What is that? Same with I want to make money online, but how much money online? 2K a month, 5K a month, 10K a month, $500 a month. What is it that you're really after? And that's what you need to do in the first place. You need to actually, we're going to do this together, inshallah. Let me take out my notebook over here. We're going to set goals together. Let's say you have 5 goals or however many, right? Literally write down, take out your goals for 2025 and literally just set Set them in a way that you know, okay, there is going to be a point where it can be measured. So for subscribers, okay, I want 10,000 subscribers. Boom, 10,000. We all know what that is. If I said, oh, I want to get clout, I want to get famous, what does that really mean? So be very specific. Put a number to it if you can. Oh, I want to get to 10% body fat. I want to get to 88 kilos. Whatever it is, put a number to it. So, and literally just write down 3, 4, 5 of your goals, right? So like, let me just make some up. 10K a month or whatever. 10K subs. 100 kilo bench. You better write these down as well, right? Don't ruin my retention. Just take out your notebook or whatever it is, or we'll go write these down right now, and we're gonna do this together, inshallah. 10K, 6-pack, whatever, bro. I don't know what you guys' goals are. Learn Arabic. Okay, I have written down 5 goals, and you might have written down anywhere from, let's say, 3 to 5 goals, right? I want you to look at those goals. So like mine are here, very specific, right? Okay, these are my goals. My handwriting is disgusting. It does not matter. Now, I need you to actually look at these goals and see if you achieved one goal, would it be worth it for you to not achieve anything else? Because this is what I did last year. I looked at all my goals, and they were like similar to this, right? Whatever they were. And I saw, okay, I wouldn't actually like, I would rather, so for me, it was like the business goal, the money goal, right? It was like, okay, I would rather just hit 10K a month and not make progress in any of those things, right? At the time, I already had a decent physique, so I didn't really care that much. I cared about the gym, but it was like the biggest thing, right? It wasn't the biggest constraint in my life. Look at your goals and see which one is the biggest constraint in your life. Which one, if you achieve, your life will change forever and forever, right? I had this, and I literally looked at the list, and I was like, okay, if I only achieved one of them and I cut across cut the other ones off, I would actually be so happy I achieved that and sacrificed everything else. And that's what I want you to do. Look at your goals, 3, 5, however many, and cut off all of the ones except the one you know you want to achieve. So for me, it was like starting that side hustle, making it work, all of that stuff, right? It was the business goal that I prioritized over everything. Over everything. I was willing to sacrifice everything to achieve that goal in business. And guess what? Because I was willing to achieve that goal, because I sacrificed everything for it, I actually smashed past the goal I had set. And that's what you need to do. You need to look at your life, at the goals you have set, and see which one, if I achieve, will make the biggest difference in my life. And you need to prioritize that. You need to sacrifice basically everything for that goal. I'm not saying, oh, like, don't still worry about going to the gym and hitting 100 kilos or doing that or doing this. Other goals are still good for you, but you need to see, okay, you need to put that first goal, the biggest priority, the biggest goal. It has to be the priority in your life, and that's only when you will like make progress. So when you make it the biggest priority, when you sacrifice something else you like, even if it's good for you, like let's say going to the gym, when you start sacrificing going to the gym for your business, you will make so much more progress in your business, because it's only like the time that goes to the gym, right? It's kind of like, this is kind of like I'm playing the dark side. You shouldn't, like, you should still try yourself. You should still be like relatively healthy, right? But if you were like eating carbs and you were eating like 4,000 calories because you wanted to bulk in the gym, but you were also like trying to work on your business, the quality of the work you do in your business would suffer just because of your diet, the mental energy you're giving to the gym, all of those things, right? You need to look. You and I, we have only a finite amount of energy in our life. So you can either focus on one single thing, and you could either focus on 5, 6 different things, right? It's literally like this. You could focus on, you see this diagram? I don't know why it's not cutting. You see this? This is you when you focus on one goal, when you cut off all these other ones, right? That's you. That's you when you are focused on one goal. And this is you when you are focused on 3, 4, 5 goals, when you want to get jacked and get in the best shape of your life, but also scale your business to like 100K a month, and you want to do this and you want to do that. It is just too much. So you need to actually actively be willing to sacrifice some things for you to achieve that 1 or 2 goals. You don't need to sacrifice everything, but there has to be some level of sacrifice. That is so important. That is where the progress is made. That is where all of like the things are gained, right? And for you, the sacrifice at this stage might be Netflix. For you, it might be like deleting social media. That might be the sacrifice for you right now, and that's completely fine. When you make that sacrifice, you take a step closer to your goal. So think about what you actually need to sacrifice to achieve the goal. And I need you to sit there and think about the person, the individual you have to become to achieve that goal. Because for so long, people focus on all the actions and all the goal itself. I'm just going to hit it. But you need to fundamentally change for you to achieve that goal. You need to understand that the version of you right now cannot achieve the goal you want to achieve. We do not achieve goals, we achieve character. So you have to become the person, you have to become the man or the girl or anything in between to become the person who achieves the goal. So literally just prioritize that, focus on that, becoming the person. Because when you become the person, you automatically achieve that goal. But I hope you get the general gist of how you're actually going to get this done. Literally sit down right now and write down your goals. Be very precise of what you want to achieve, and think, list out like the one or two, cross out all the other ones, and pick one or two goals that you're like, okay, if I hit these goals, that would be perfect. That would be really good for my life. My life will change forever if I can get this one thing done. And then try to sacrifice as much as you can to accomplishing that goal. And I promise you, you will, number one, either accomplish that goal or smash past that goal. I hope this video was valuable for you. Thank you for your time. Go watch the video on your screen. Bye.